Imagine turning micro movements in the NASDAQ market into real profits, live right before your eyes. In my live streams, I'll take you straight into the action of scalping NASDAQ futures. Watch as I analyze price action, volume, and order flow to identify scalping opportunities in this fast paced market. You'll see my trade setups, live executions, and detailed performance breakdowns, all in real time. Stay tuned and follow my journey as I work to master the art and skill of scalping NASDAQ futures. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, Amelia. How are you guys this morning? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great trading session and a great day as well. I am flat. I had two setups. The first one, I genuinely did not believe that the order flow would work out, but it did. It was here. The second trade, I just kind of zoned out for a second. It was perfect. It was here. And with those two wins, I would have had one of the Apex accounts pass. Well, actually, it would have been 76 cents away from passing. So now I have to hope that the market is nice to me and I don't incur any losses because I will be irritated. So yeah, that's how my morning was going. We are in high impact news right now, so I have not traded. Well, I haven't even been able to look at any setups in about 8 minutes. So, but yeah, the first trade, the previous delta was 17. I genuinely thought that we would not get below 17, but we did. It ended up being 7. And then the second one, I just, like I said, I just kind of zoned out. I was looking at the charts. I just zoned out for a second. Wasn't distracted or anything. I don't know. I am multiplying contracts on the other Apex account and the other Top Step accounts, those two that renew on the 15th, because there are only 5 trading days left until the 15th since we have the 9th off. So I'm just doing 2 contracts for now, but I'll probably increase it to 3 at some point. We'll see. I am green lighted to trade, but it's being a little wonky, so yeah. Wait till that calms down a little bit. But yeah, that was my morning. You're flat as well. I needed $20 to pay. I was fuming. Boy, that is the worst. I was just literally sitting here like, bro, I basically would have been done. Would be nice. Would be nice. It's all good. It's all good. Like you guys say all the time, it's better than being red, which it is. Everything's hitting my levels to the tick, which is no bueno. Good morning. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. But those were the only trades that I had so far. Which isn't bad. I mean, 2 trades in the first 30 minutes is not bad at all, especially when there's high impact news. Because sometimes when there's high impact news, I can't even expect to get a trade at all. Just because it's almost like the market is just waiting for the damn news event. So, yep. Hi, mommy. Ay, ay, ay. Good morning, New. How are you this morning? Good morning. Oh, that was the other thing. We had a lot of trades at the what do you call that? The VWAP this morning. So that was the other thing and why I couldn't really trade that much too. I pulled down too far. The 8 a.m. volatility spike on gold. You switching up your strats. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's a guy, in Trade Kage and Cayenne's Discord who he trades gold and Nasdaq, but he makes bank on, you hear me? Bank on gold. My gosh. You and him almost had me convinced. You know, my best friend, he trades gold. He also trades AU, but he said that he's really starting to like gold more, which you should because AU doesn't move. But you know, but yeah, he's loving gold. All right. For me to like the sell, we kind of need to basically create a new low. The middle half trend is an uptrend right now, so it's not matching the other two. Now it is, but we had an immediate rejection. We do have the major support level down there at 583. 6. Okay. Y'all, these swings are ridiculous. That was just a 145 tick push off of the session low right there. It didn't even touch the VWAP. It came close. The good thing is I'm not missing anything. I'm able to see things clearly. So that's good. But the market's just doing a little too much. It's just doing a little too much. All right, we could drag that down here. And now After missing those 2 trades this morning, I definitely don't want to miss shit. Okay? I'm still mad about it. Or still nothing. Still nothing. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Holding for the next 2 to 3 years. What was the thing you did for like? Did y'all hear about that? Oh, we got some stuff to talk about. I forgot. Well, before we talk about Apex related stuff, did you guys hear about the scandal with, I guess her name is Trading with Ashley? I think she does stock. No, she does options. And apparently she buys, oh my god, MSTR, I think is the ticker. And in the midst of her, so she was telling people to buy it. And first of all, it was pretty much at the top of where it was going to be. And so in the process of her, she was like, yeah, I might as well just show you guys how to buy it. In the process of her doing that, she showed that she had already had like 2,000 shares and she was buying 100. And basically, she likely has lost like $300,000 from that ticker since like, I think he said the end of November or something. I don't know. It was a very interesting video. But because I don't trade, I've never traded options. I've only traded binary options. So I wasn't really understanding the verbiage and the language that he was using. But basically, yeah, he was just like, she screwed over a whole bunch of people by telling them to buy it, and was saying that like she spends the majority of her time trying to push her mentorship and her one-on-ones and her coaching and her courses and stuff like that, which is already a red flag, obviously. But yeah, apparently she just screwed a whole lot of people out of a whole lot of money. Apparently, allegedly. Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen. 345. There's no way that volume's gonna be equal like that. All right, I gotta wait. 345 volume here, 345 volume here. What are the freaking odds? That would have came so close to stopping me out. I purposely sat out of this buy. Purposely. I would have almost gotten stopped out. It would have came one tick from stopping me out. And the only reason I sat out is because I still don't know if I'm comfortable taking the trades like at my major level when it's on the zone like that. So far it looks like it's okay to do, but I don't feel comfortable yet doing it. So I'd rather not chance it. I mean, at this point, I feel like the only trades I want to take are the ones I don't have any questions about, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty sure I can though, but I because I've looked at it before, and as long as it's divergence, it should be fine. It can't be a like traditional pullback or anything. But like I said, it would have came one tick. This bar right here, it would have came right to the price of the open, and you know my stop loss is one tick beyond the open of the bar. So I can eat that miss. That's not really a miss to me. Yeah, the MSTR stock. Yeah, it was her. You heard about Apex? Yeah, so first of all, I'm gonna tell you what annoys me. I don't understand why people don't shut up, eat their food, and keep their eyes on their own paper. Um, and maybe it's annoying because like when I was in network marketing, one thing that was very annoying to me was people in other companies reporting like if a company went down, and but they did it in a way of like, oh, I told you not to be in that company, you should have been over here in my company, or look, that company shut down, come on over here. Like if you're just reporting what happens, who cares? But when you're doing it in a way where it's like you're downing one company to try to promote yours, I think that that's whack, it's weird, and you should shut up before you're next. So basically, the way I heard about it was because of Brett, the CEO of Tradeify, posting on Twitter saying something about, you know, insider Apex news coming out tomorrow, or I think it said Apex tea coming out tomorrow, and people in his Discord were asking like, why don't you just spill it? And he's like, well, if it doesn't affect you buying accounts here, what should it matter? Well, if that's the case, then why are you talking about it? Um, so then he just basically was like that they're on NDA, so they can't say anything or whatever. And so Uncle Bugatti basically was like, oh, well, I got the tea from a friend, so there's that. And then he posted that basically the CTO, the ex-CTO Leo, the one who started day traders, is suing Apex and Daryl Martin. I think the lawsuit was filed like December 11th or something. He is suing them because with Apex using his technology, I guess in the process of him leaving Apex, which it's been a rumor that he started, which I mean, we don't know if it's true or not, but according to him, basically when John came in, his 50-50 turned to 33% and he wasn't happy about it. And so in the process of him leaving, he basically signed a licensee agreement where Apex had to pay him 33% of their net profit every month for using his technology. And Apex has not been paying him. And so in the process of, you know, the lawsuit, he revealed how much profit Apex is making every month. And I mean, they're netting, I think the lowest number I saw on there was like 9 million. It was like a 17 million. It was just all kind of craziness. Um, so first of all, for the people who think that Apex is denying them because they're insolvent, well, there you have that. But I don't really understand why Brett felt the need to even say anything. Like, who cares? People get sued every motherfucking day. Okay? They'll likely settle, and that's that. And the reality is, Apex needs to get rid of his technology because it's trash. That back office is so dated, it's so trash, it's so whack. There's so many metrics that should be back there that you see in other companies. So kudos to you for having a whack software. And don't get me wrong, he's entitled to his percentage if that's what they came up with. But I'm just saying, it ain't all that. So Apex, please get rid of it because none of us like it anyway. Especially for what they need, like the metrics that they need to actually show in the back office, you know, especially for Apex 3.0 and, you know, all of this other stuff. Like, but when Daryl was doing his interview with Trey Kage, he did say that they're working on a new back office. How long do you have to work on it? Because I know quite a few software engineers that could have been made you something from scratch by now. Baby, you could have went to Fiverr at this point. Upwork. What are we doing here? I don't understand. It don't take this damn long. It don't. And when you put out, and we've talked about this, when you put out the survey and knew that that was what you wanted to do, you should have immediately had the software. That software should have been ready months later. You put out the survey, what, June or July? You didn't come out with Apex 3.0 until November. So why wasn't this stuff already done anyway? That's the real that's the T. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, that's the T. It's the following. Someone buying a stock that's on their dumbass. I agree, trenches. I agree. If I'm a YouTube video, tell you how to evaluate a company. Yeah, acting like it was some sort of big deal. It's another lawsuit. Big, exactly. You need to call it technology. What does that have to do with Apex user? It has nothing to do with Apex users. That's the thing. Now, he did end up saying in the comment section, like, oh, it has nothing to do with the users. It's just internal issues. That's not an internal issue. Then the motherfucker ain't internal no more. He been left. So that's not an internal issue. And I just think that it doesn't matter, because it doesn't. It doesn't. Based on the numbers, even if they paid him his 33%, because remember, it's based on net profit, the company ain't gonna go under. So guess what? I really don't care. I don't, and I won't, and you can't make me. You can't. 8 greater than a level. So yeah, that's that. The market is just marketing. But yeah, that shit's annoying. Yes, baby, 5 rand Upwork, please. Because at this point, I just feel like you just don't want new technology. 28. I'm just saying. Now, why would you do that? That's so annoying. I hate the market sometimes. This is why I shouldn't have missed my 2 trades earlier. Perfect setup, but it closed. The price closed right on the support line, so I couldn't take that, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay, market. Please don't be a bitch. 54. Y'all, it is 9:24. So I haven't had any setups since 9 o'clock. How annoying. I said it would be a good change for the traders. What are you talking about? Who said it was going to be a good... What's going to be a good change for the traders? Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. The tweet that he made like the day prior, he said that it was something else. He said it didn't have to do with that. I think that was completely separate. Because if he was talking about that, he's definitely a moron. Because what? Baby, what does that have to do with anything? But yeah, I think that was a different thing he was talking about. Budget 6. It's greater than. Bro, what the hell? Please, the 1 bar pullbacks are killing me today. Like at this point, I'm ready to just spend the whole day looking at them so I can figure out how to take them. My goodness. Are we not gonna break this buy rotation level? Probably not. All right, let me go back. Tradeify issues for Tradeify and Apex today. They just need to stop posting. I agree. It does make them look like idiots. I think I made up my mind about trading props under my LLC. Oh, that's the I'm not gonna do it. What made you what was the driving force behind your decision not to do it? And did you trade your personal account under your LLC as well, or your name? Come on, market. We got 45 minutes. Be good to me, please. I didn't even look. What does the 5-minute chart look like? I mean, technically 3 trades, 3 wins. I can't really be mad at it. It's my fault for missing the first 2. The 3rd win I'm okay with sitting out of for now. I'll go back today probably and just confirm that I could take the trades. Like I said, I've already looked at it before, so I'm quite sure. But 26. That's interesting. Oh my God, please stop moving so fast, please. Yeah, I'm not gonna get anything today. It's just, ugh, I'm gonna get annoyed. I didn't miss anything right here though, so that's good, but it's just very annoying. $15. Can't do that. Yeah, the bars are just painting too fast right now. I wanted to get into this, and it did. But the way it stalled right before the bar closed, I couldn't really see what was going on, so. It's one of the bad things about scalping and your trades setups being momentum based, but when there's practically no time between the reversal bar and the bar right before it, like there's no way to analyze it fast enough. There was only 1 second between that bar and the reversal bar. And the way that it kind of like stalled and then just painted and went. Like there's no way for me to get into that at all. At all. And it's annoying as hell. Because I would have likely gotten filled 22. Maybe not. There was only like 0.5 seconds between the close of the bar and that little bitty tiny pullback. So it's likely I wouldn't have gotten filled anyway, but it's just annoying. Like I like the volatility, don't get me wrong, but not when it's difficult. Like be volatile after the bar closes. Don't be volatile like literally a second before it does. I can't do anything with that. I need like at least 3 seconds between the reversal bar and the bar right before it. 3 seconds is like more than enough for me to analyze it, but very annoying. Oh, you got 2 separate accounts. I got you. The conversation we just had in the chat. I don't trade my personal. So you have 2 separate accounts. I got you. We don't have Applejacks here today to egg us on. We're at $100 Nvidia fucking the market. Is that why it's moving like this? Because this is annoying. Market has major support here at 514, but it won't hold 514. Got you. Okay, that's about where the VWAP is right there. NQ is always gonna be very much so. You don't feel right, sit on your hand. There's always ES. Hell no. That I cannot trade. I would literally fall asleep on the stream. Like legit, I'm not even kidding. No, it's just I have to accept that certain days the volatility is going to be like that where I just can't catch it. Now, like I said, the first 3 trades, honestly, like the first one I only missed because I didn't expect for the order flow to work out properly. Then the second one, I was literally just watching. That one had more than enough time for me to get into it. The third one, it was like, I don't really know yet if I like to take it at the zone like that. So even with those 3 trades, I'm fine. The other trade, I'm not bothered by missing it. But you know that, well, I am bothered. Um, but I'm only bothered because I didn't have those first 3 wins, right? So the biggest thing for me and why I prefer scalping is because I want to have a strategy where there's enough setups in a session to where if I did now missing or sitting out of 3 ain't good. But had I taken those 3 trades, right? Missing that counter trend divergence off of the session low because the market just moved like a donkey just then. Like, I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Because I had enough setups to where missing that one is cool. Or if I make a mistake, or, you know, here's a one-off loss for this particular setup, I'm cool because I had enough setups to cover myself. So it's crazy because the volatility has been more after the 9 a.m. news than it was before. Like, I was fine with everything beforehand. 82. Like, do y'all see how fast that just painted? That's actually kind of fucking scary. I don't think I want to trade no more. It was a perfect setup though. But golly, I don't even know if y'all saw that on the damn screen. Did y'all see that? I bet you if I go look at my trade performance, it was a second. Yeah, I entered at 9:37 on the dot. It closed at 9:37:01. 4.5 points. And so basically, because I'm gonna kind of see if the market chills out a little bit, and this might be my only trade of the day just because. So where the yellow line is that I just moved, my middle half trend is there. And so it's a downtrend in the middle half trend. However, I'm kind of playing on the weakness of the trend because we're rotating on the level to like try to push up, right? So it's counter trend. And so literally the only thing I'm looking for is for the delta, because anytime I'm counter trend, the delta of my entry bar has to be less than the delta of the previous bar in the same direction. That shows that we don't need as many buyers to push the market up counter trend. And so the delta of this bar was 82. So I was pretty sure that as long as the delta was positive, we were going to be less than 82, and we were 13. So simple. Yeah, so simple. So that might be my only trade for the day, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you because I don't want to pick up. I don't and I won't. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But that was a really good trade though. Yeah, I might not trade anymore, but we'll see. If I feel comfortable, I will. Four and a half points in 1 second is just literal insanity. It makes me happy because that's what I worked the last year for, but it makes me a little, I don't know, nervous. And I don't know if nervous is the word, but yeah, the volatility is just a little too damn high. but it doesn't look like I've missed anything since that trade. So I guess. A 10,000 lot seller on NQ. Where? Where is the block in there right now? Nvidia broke all-time highs today. Good morning, because I think the last 2 times it did, you got smacked hard. Yeah, definitely look at it. I feel like over time, when you have a set strategy, you kind of know what you're doing, you know what you typically look at. Like, you like to look at certain stocks because you know that those certain stocks affect, price and stuff. I feel like when you get to that point, when you take a loss, you can almost always identify what caused it. Now, yeah, obviously, again, we can't be 100%. Nobody's going to have a strategy that's 100%. However, certain setups that are like, this might be a little iffy, or all right, I got a lot of confidence. Well, that one lost. Hold on, let me go back and see. And sometimes once you go back and see, it's like, oh, this is a one-off. But like yesterday when I took that trade and it was that pullback going back towards the session high, I literally told y'all, I'm pretty sure this has to do with it starting with the lower low. It was a change of structure pullback, which I call an alternate pullback. Started with a lower low, created a higher high, which immediately pushed to create the new session high. And then we had the pullback. And I'm like, I know that trading after a session high or low for a pullback works with the regular pullbacks, but I don't think it works out. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. But from a logical standpoint, it makes sense. Like, we just changed from a downtrend, pushed an uptrend, created a session high in the process, and we have the first pullback. That don't really seem like something I should be taking, And so when I looked, I had 5 setups total, but 2 of them were invalid because the entry bar, like my minor half trend, went through the body of the entry bar. And as of I think last week, I stopped taking any trades that are like that. What I used to do was, like, if this volume of this pullback was less than the previous pullback in the same direction, I would go ahead and take it if the minor half trend went through the body of the candle, the entry bar. But if there was more volume like this, I wouldn't, because that's letting me know that, hey, the buyers are pushing a little too hard, like so much so that we're not wicking off of the half trend. And so 2 of those were like this, where, okay, well, we can't even count that. So let's just look at the 3. The very first one, I think, was the one that won. The second one, I wouldn't have gotten filled. So even though, like, some people might take a no fill as a win, I don't count it at all, because I'm not going to change my entry ever to be a market order. So I'm not going to pay attention to it. And so at that point, I can't count that one. So basically, we only got 2. We have a win and a loss. The loss was yesterday. So guess what? If in 2 whole months, it only set up those 2 times and it's 1 and 1, it's not a consistent pattern, number 1. But number 2, there's no point in taking it. It's break even. It doesn't set up often and it's break even. No point in taking it. And so I know now, like, that's a trade I would never ever take again. So, like, most of my tweaks for the last 2 weeks have been stuff like that. It's not big stuff. It's minor things like that. But thankfully, because it's minor stuff, it's stuff that I can remember. Because, baby, I got a bad memory. But it's thankfully stuff that I can remember. So that's a good thing. But it's always just little things like that. I wanted to take this. That's not where it is. Where is it at? I wanted to take this sell right here, but this wick touched that line to the tick. And anytime, like, a previous bar does that, even though it didn't count it as a pullback, I still look at it like, yo, that wicked a little too hard off of that. I don't feel safe pushing back towards it because it was too strong of a wick off of it, basically. But yeah, definitely look at it and tell us what you come up with. Definitely. Around 35, I got you. I got you, got you. You don't have to come. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head. I mean, these swings are just... Every swing is like... I don't know, maybe 10 seconds. It'll go like 60 ticks in a second. It's 60 ticks in 10 seconds. It's just so little crazy. All right, I have to... Oh, that's where it changes. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ow, golly. My shoulder just popped hard. Yeah, I highly doubt, honestly, you guys, I'm gonna take another trade, but we'll see. I actually had time to get into this one, but I'm just so leery. Oh, and actually, no, I can't count that one because of the volume pattern. Never mind. I forgot. This is the counter trend divergence I finally finalized on Sunday. I forget I need to make the volume numbers bigger, but there's more volume in this swing than this one, and so for this counter trend divergence, I can never take trades where there's more volume in that swing like that, because that's basically letting me know the buyers are already attempting to take over the trend, and then we slam down hard, and it's not really smart to trade like that. And I never, any of my counter trend divergence off of the session highs or lows like that, like this, the volume of this swing has to be less than the previous one. It has to. I don't know why, but statistically speaking, based off of my data, that's what it says has to happen. So that's what we do. All right, there's a solo red level there that I gotta be careful of. Where is the oh there. Okay. All right. So I think I technically haven't had a trade since the one I took, I think. Because I think that one divergence trade off of the session low was before that. It was. Green now? Ooh, let's get it. Oh, drive it. DI. Not the stop spamming caps. What did you put? Nightbot is terrific. What did you put? Nice trenches. Yeah, the bot don't play. I told y'all. The bot be putting in work, okay? But wait, why did it say look like your last year's model? What? Oh my god. You good, Di? How are you this morning? Oh my god. Saturday at 10 a.m. was in my rise. Which one, Amelia? That was Tradeify, right? Or no? 15 minutes from requesting my bank. Also approved. KYC. Nice, nice. I love it. Congratulations. I love it. I tell you what, I'm definitely looking forward to pass and take profit and getting payouts with them because of how fast their payouts are as well. Like, you just can't be fast payouts. You just can't. You just can't. You just can't. I wonder how fast it hits the bank account, because with them using Plaid, it should be pretty instant. Five, 8. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not taking any more trades. I'll call out what I see, but I should take the trades because I would have just passed that account just now with that trade. Wait, let me see if I would have gotten filled. I would have. I saw it set up too. I would have passed the Apex account with that one. But you guys know how I am. Once we get late in the session and I'm green, she doesn't want to take any trades. I'm going to fix that over time. But what needs to be fixed is my execution as a whole, because had I executed early in the session, it wouldn't bother me if I did take a loss right now. But with me being up, I don't want to really chance taking a loss, to be honest with you, especially with the volatility and the way things look right now. Who wants to chance that? Not I, said the cat. So yeah, I'm probably not taking trades. But I might be a damn dummy for not doing it, because y'all, please make me take trades. Where is Applejacks? This is the problem. You guys don't stew like Applejacks, so I feel comfortable not taking trades in front of you guys. Y'all need to get on your jobs. I sat out of that one too. I don't think I would have gotten filled though. I don't know. It was one tick of drawdown. Who knows? But then that's the other thing. I go like these long period of times without my setups, like any valid setups happening. And then you have things like this where we got one setup at 9:51 and then the next setup at 9:53. And it's like, well, where have you been the whole day? Why now? So then I feel like the market's trying to trick me. You trying to trick me into thinking you're ready to show me my setups. But joke's on you. Well, no, really the joke's on me, because I should be like 5-0 today. God. I'm gonna get my life together. The green looking awesome. See, Janelle, the green is looking great, so I shouldn't mess it up. I'm gonna kick my own ass when I journal today. Don't worry. Don't you worry. But yeah, that account would have been passed on one of those two trades. It would have. And I can't be mad at anybody but myself. But I'm gonna get my life together. Just give me like another 30 days. Another 30 days and I'll have my life together. Because so I was talking to my best friend Jeremy about this. So he's the one in the group. His name is Sinister Ripsta, unless he just finally changed his name, which I told him to. Because he was asking me like, why am I hesitating? And I told him, well, part of it is probably the PTSD from losing for the last year in the process of developing the strategy. So part of it is probably that. So like once I see green, we out. But it's not supposed to be that way, because The whole purpose of me creating the strategy in the way that I did was, I told you guys from the beginning, I am going to be that person that takes every single setup in the session, period. That's just what I'm going to do. Um because for me, what I don't want to happen is, all right, I reach my profit target for the day. And now I'll have a loss limit. I will. I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna have a loss limit, because I just think that that's smart. Because to me, if you know that your strategy has a specific edge and that edge is not working today, get the hell on. Okay, that's just how I feel. However, I'm never gonna stop myself at a profit target because, okay, like yesterday I think total there was only three valid setups, if I'm not mistaken. So today has been like 8 with no losses. Kill me now. So it's been 8. So to me, if my strategy has edge and that edge is working today, why stop myself? Now, don't answer that question because I'm stopping myself today, but we're not talking about that. I'm talking about in the future when I fix my execution problem. So to me, if I want the best, number one, the best way to analyze my strategy to ensure that it really does have edge, I need to take the trades, right? But number two, it has 8 setups today, right? But what if tomorrow there's only 1 setup? So I stopped myself at being plus 3 trades today because that equates to, let's say, I think it's like 344. I think if I take 1 contract per trade and I win no. If I win 3 trades, it's like 258. Okay. So let's say that my daily goal is $250 and I stop myself when I really could have made $800 today. But now tomorrow there's only 1 setup, or let's say that there's 3 setups, but I only was able to get into 1. Now I don't meet my $250 profit target today because I didn't have as many setups. But guess what? Had I gotten the 800 yesterday, I would have been able to average the 250 over the course of those 2 days. Well, really, it'd be like 400, but you get my drift. So that is why I have the mindset of, if you're doing well that day and the market is playing well with your strategy, keep trading. It makes no sense not to. But that's just and also because I don't start over leveraging because I'm up for the day. I don't go on tilt. Y'all have never seen me go on tilt in the last 12 months that I've been on YouTube. Have you seen me get frustrated and still get into trades and they still lose? Absolutely. But guess what? Those losses still, that was my strategy at the time. I was fixing it. But I've never gone on tilt. I don't just start pushing buttons. So why would I stop myself? Hit my TP pre-market 680, called it quits after market open. Yeah, and see, Janelle, like for what you are starting to notice with your data, why would you keep trading after pre-market? Because your strategy is showing that, yo, I make the most money during pre-market, so why would you continue trading? Hell no, I wouldn't either. That don't make no sense. Down 1K since December. Sometimes the constant losses mess with your confidence. Absolutely, Stan. I 100% agree. I agree. But you know what? I was I was also telling my friend yesterday that I think one thing that is going to help me over time in my YouTube part of my trading journey is that I shouldn't, now I could be wrong, I shouldn't end up getting to a place of like, oh, I'm going on a string of losses and now I don't really want to stream, or feeling like streaming is taken, like it's a distraction and all. Because to be honest with you guys, I told my friend last night, I don't ever look to see how many viewers I have. Even though y'all can see it on the screen, I don't ever look up there. So I could grow my channel and have 100 people watching and I would never know because I don't look at that. When I look at the chat and that's it. So that helps. But you know, like even let's say with Alpine, for instance, he hasn't been streaming. Part of it is him working on his garage, but like when I think it was yesterday, he took a trade and he pulled down the wrong order. He was trying to place a stop loss, and he's just like, see, first day back on stream. And you know, he has always said that he scalps better off stream and things like that. I don't know if it's a subconscious thing. I genuinely don't know. Even think about Nutty has always said, like, remember when he used to, before he was copy trading, how he would always do best on his accounts that you couldn't see? It's a mental thing, right? I came to YouTube already losing and knowing I was going to lose because I was developing a strategy. So once my strategy is together, if I'm losing, like, the strategy just doesn't work today. And if we hit the daily loss limit, we just hit it. But I can't see myself like not streaming or not wanting to stream just because I'm on a losing streak. I've already lost in front of y'all for a whole damn year. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? Might need to regroup and re-strategize. Yeah. Your profits would eventually outweigh those losses. Exactly. Compared to the rest of the months. And you was up in your account 24% profit. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, so December just, hey, maybe December is just not for you. And also, December was kind of weird because the weeks that it was slow was not typically the weeks that would be slow. Like, you would have more so expected it to be extremely slow around the holidays, but to me, it seemed to be a little bit slower like the first week of December. It was very weird. Like, the volatility and the volume patterns were just so weird. Compared to like previous months. And maybe it's something where you just need to go back and look at the data from previous years in December. You don't have to do it now because December is 11 months away. But at some point this year, I think it would be smart for you to go back to previous years in December, look at your strategy in December every single day for, you know, the past 3 or 4 years, and see if there's some kind of adjustment you need to make. Maybe you just shouldn't trade in December. Maybe you find that, hey, it was fine the first week, but after that, I need to take a break. There's a lot of people who do not trade in December. Think about how many people weren't streaming in December. Most of them weren't trading. A lot of people take time off. Usually stop and do paper trade until the confidence comes back. And that is discipline, because a lot of people would not do that. They would just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Like, to me, utilize the tools that we have. We have the ability to have sim accounts and stuff like that. But I also think that so many people are not disciplined because they are too focused on payouts. And for them, they don't really care if, yeah, I should be trading, y'all. That was another setup right there. They don't really care about losing. They care that, yes, I just blew 10 accounts, but this first payout I just got after blowing 10 accounts, it outweighs the amount that I spent for those 10 accounts that I blew first. So who cares? But for people like myself, and it seems like you guys as well, because I feel like we all have a lot in common when it comes to that, I would feel like a failure, just me personally. Again, I don't strive for my strategy to be perfect, but if I can get it damn near, guess what she's gonna do? That. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm just gonna show y'all my stats, and then we gonna get up out of here, because now I'm getting irritated that I don't want to say I'm afraid of losing. I want to protect the profits because I'm one trade away from passing the account. I could have passed. Really, I think I actually, well, no, because I have a daily profit target on the top step accounts and the take profit accounts of 1500, so I don't go past the consistency. But I definitely would have gotten to the 1500 at this point. Like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? So yeah, so let me just show y'all the accounts, because I I can't take looking at the setups happening continuously over and over and over again, and I'm sitting out of them. So we're gonna show y'all this, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here before I piss myself off. Yeah, one more day, no sweat. Yeah, I'm not. That's the thing. I'm definitely not gonna force it. But now I'm mad because that's 3 setups in the last like 10 minutes. 15 minutes. 3 setups in the last 15 minutes. All 3 of them won. And I'm just sitting here like, no, because I'm green. And I know. Yeah. One day. Like I said, give me 30 days and that'll be fixed. All right. Here are the accounts. Here. So full drawdown on all of them, which is nice. So we're making progress. Took just the one trade that y'all saw that took 1 second to TP. And that's the other thing. I love the fast TPs, but sometimes they scare me. But yeah, so this account here is the one that we started trade. This is my 4th trading day. And I've been trading 6 contracts literally the entire time. And so, yeah, $500 away, which is basically I have to win a trade and then I have to get like a little bit more on a next trade, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, I don't. I'm lying. One trade will put that one over. So please pray to the trading gods that tomorrow we get it. But yeah, so I'm one trade away from that. And the biggest thing with that account and what I was testing, I guess you could say, the post that I made in the Discord about the Kelly criterion, although I don't really know my win percentage right now, just because obviously I've been fixing the strategy, right? I just put in 65% on the Kelly criterion, and then I put in, you know, my reward to risk is 0.91, and it spit out that I should risk 13% of my available drawdown based on probability and edge of the strategy. And so that equates to risking about $325 if I do the half Kelly, but I decided I wanted to do the full Kelly because for me, what I plan to do in the future is on any evals, I'm going to risk 25% of the drawdown. I am. If I fail it, that's fine. But statistically speaking, based on the edge that I've created with the strategy, I shouldn't fail an account, right? Unless I'm making mistakes or something like that. And so to me, risking 25% makes sense. I'm not going to reset no account or nothing like that. Yo, we'll just wait these 30 days and hey, whatever happens, happens. But also, if I'm doing well, I should be able to pass it. And I think it's like 6 trades, if I'm not mistaken. So if I look at the trade performance for that particular account, since I started trading it, I feel like I've taken 5 trades on it. We started it on the 31st, I think. All right, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've taken 6 trades, but remember I lost a trade yesterday. So I'm positive 5 trades, but I have to be positive 6 trades in order to pass the account. And so I think that that's very feasible because, you know, also if I'm trading with, let's say, Apex or another company where I can pass the eval in 1 or 2 days, you know, a day like today where I had like legit about 8 setups and they all won, I could pass it in 1 day without having to gamble. And that is the biggest, that when I come out with this risk management video on Sunday, listen, that is the biggest thing for me. I understand why people hedge and have, you know, half of their accounts, they go long, the other half they go short on news. I get it, but let's be honest here. From a financial standpoint, stop doing that shit, please. And obviously we need people to fill accounts in order for us to get payouts at props, but please stop doing that. If you have a strategy that has edge, use your regular strategy, just increase the risk, do double of what you would normally do in a PA, and you still will pass the eval in a short period of time. I have good management though. Yeah, I do. I can see you having decent protection of your account. Some people on their 40th prop. Oh, Sam, let me tell you something. I bought my very first account with Apex in May of 2022. Okay. And you can't see the numbers, but my highest Apex account is number 27 in almost 3 years. And this is the thing though. The only reason it's that high is because when I bought my first set of accounts, the best discount you could get was 50%. And I think I only had, and I'm going to go through the numbers when I get my, when I pass this account, actually, probably when I get my first payout, I'm going to go through the numbers of how much I spent on Apex over the course of almost 3 years, and all of that. But, I think I had a 100K account initially, and I might have ended up getting a second account at some point. And at this time, I wasn't even trading them like that. Like I wasn't. And I was just like kind of testing the waters, you know? But anyway, based on the number of accounts that I had, when they came out with a 60% sale, I think it was 60. I said, "Oh shit, let me wipe these accounts." You know, I just canceled them and got another set. Then they came out eventually with a 70% off the recurring. Let's cancel them, get the 70. And when they came out with the 80, I did the same thing. That's legit the only reason why my account number is as high as it is. And then I remember, I think I paid for a reset one time. This was early on. And when I found out that it resets for free on renewal, who you think finna pay a reset fee? Not I, not she, not me. So legit, that's the only 27. Oh, and that was the other thing. When I switched over to Tradeovate, obviously I had to get rid of my accounts, right? And I did not know also that when you fail a Tradeovate account and it resets on renewal, that you get a whole new account number. I didn't know that. So that's another reason why my account number is higher than I would prefer it to be, because on Rhythmic, if you fail the account and you reset on renewal, you have the same account number. And I legit, when I seen that Tradeovate account number go up because of the reset on renewal, I almost want to cry. I'm emotional. I almost wanted to cry because I'm like, oh my God, now my numbers are going to continue going up. And I feel like the higher my number, the more I'm failing. Like, forget failing because my strategy is not right. Like, that's fine, because guess what? I can keep the same account and account number. But when that account number increased, I said, oh shit. So yeah, like seeing people with 600 evals, and I'm like, what? Even with my PA, right? I got my PA in March. Thank you, S. Thank you. Good morning, Pred. I got my first PA in March. I passed it on accident. I was full porting, trying to fail it for the reset. I am not one of those people who like, oh, let's just try to pass it so we can get to some payouts. Hell no. I knew my strategy wasn't right. So why am I trying to pass I legit was going opposite of what I thought. I wasn't following my strategy, I don't think. I think I was just like, oh, here's a pullback. Let's just take a trade. And the shit was working out. It was pissing me off. And I remember posting about it in the official Apex Discord when it was going on. I'm like, what is going on? I said, I feel like a DJ, and it's a 25K account. Those 4 contracts, I felt like a DGen, and people just do that normally. No, now I don't. I mean, seeing 6 contracts doesn't bother me now, but it bothered me. I was just like, why do people do this? So because I passed it on accident, I passed it in March. I did not take my first trade on it, I think, until like July. Because for what? My strategy's not right. So why even risk it? There's no point. So around July is when I thought my strategy was where I wanted it to be. I have, I forget how many trading days I have on it, but it's down like maybe $275. But I would trade it and I'm like, oh shit, no, the strategy ain't right. So then I would stop trading, and then I would feel like, okay, I think my strategy is right now, and I would trade it a little bit, and it would just kind of keep going back and forth, win, loss. And I'm like, oh shit, nope. So I haven't traded it, I think, since like October. I ain't risking it. I told myself I'm not trading in my PA again until I pass my next eval, because that's what makes the most sense to me. Once I pass my eval the correct way, my strategy is right. Not DJs, she. But yeah, the DJing life will never be for me. You know, I don't feel bad about putting 6 contracts per trade to pass an eval or 5 contracts per trade to pass an eval because I'm still following my strategy. But to just full port news, I would never even even if my strategy shows I have great edge, you'll never see me completely full port. 6 contracts is probably my max. I don't care what the Kelly criteria tells me once I have my actual data on my win percentage. I'm not going past risking 25% of my account. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah. Yeah. 600 eval. Janelle, there are people who have more than that. Patrick has 1,000. I think Patrick has over 1,000 PAs, if I'm not mistaken. So I can only imagine his evals. And yeah, there are people who 600, people who are on 200 plus PAs. And I'm just like, I just think about the money you had to spend to do that. And a lot of people who have gotten to that point are not net positive right now. Can't be me. They don't mind doing 4 resets in one day. I'd rather save my money until the strategy is good. Absolutely. Let me tell y'all something. Some of these people have been revealing how, like, yeah, I spent $10,000 last month on evals and PAs. First of all, what the fuck job do you have? And even if you paying it out of payouts, what? Why do you need 10? All right. Damn good Kyle. He posted a couple weeks ago. Well, he said it in one of his videos. He made what, 270 something, I think, last year. And he said he spent almost $100,000 in eval and PA fees. It makes me lose my breath. You lost what? With to do what? And again, some people, they only look at it from a business aspect of, I put 270 in. I mean, I put 100 in. I got 270 out. I'm net 170. I personally, from a business aspect, sure. But from a trading aspect, because, like I've said before, if the prop firm industry shut down tomorrow, what are you people going to do for money? Because clearly what you're doing in prop firms is never, if you have to spend $100,000 on evals and PAs, if you have to spend $40,000 or $30,000 or even $10,000 in 1 month, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And at what point are you going to take a step back and try to fix it? But when you're getting payouts, you're not concerned about fixing it because you're getting payouts. It doesn't matter. Me, I'm opposite. Sometimes I think these people stealing credit cards by now. They might. You don't even got a full port news. You could put on 2 contracts of FOMC and watch that motherfucker blow. Some people do that too. Like some people full port news, some people like they might not full port like FOMC and stuff like that, but some people even full port FOMC. Like what? Why? I don't want to full port anything. I just don't. PW's case, he isn't making all of his money from trading. Oh yeah, he makes a lot from you. I know he makes a lot from affiliates because Methodical Man, who has 6,500 subscribers, he just put out a video maybe Sunday where he talked about, he's one of the only YouTubers I know that talks about his affiliate income on a monthly basis actually. And he said he made over, I think it was like maybe $118,000 in affiliate commissions last year with a smaller channel. I can't remember how many subscribers he started off with. Maybe like 4,500 or something. I don't remember what he started off with last year, but yeah. I mean, even take me, I'm under 1,000 subscribers. And last month I made between the different affiliates. I made almost $2,000. Now that was my biggest month ever. Um, the previous month was only maybe like a little under 1,000, and then before that, so before November, my high, like I was averaging maybe like $450, which is a lot for a small channel. So if you can make that much with a small channel, and thank you guys for using my code. No, for real, I do truly appreciate it. I really do. Um, but if a small channel can make that much, think about what the channels with 14,000 subscribers and 25,000 subscribers and 200,000 subscribers and 100,000. Just imagine. Just imagine. Hmm. Oh, yeah, they have a gambling addiction. Absolutely. And part of it, sometimes I feel like, especially from an influencer standpoint, I think that some of the gambling has to do, even Patrick said this. He said he felt so much pressure having to post the big numbers, the big P&L. And in the process of that, he was gambling to do it. Not better stick to his day job. Damn good Kyle also has other businesses and wonder if a lot of his income is from not trading. Yeah. I wonder, Amelia, but he also lives overseas. So even if he only had the 170K from trading and he had no affiliate income or anything else, that 170,000 can last him a very long time with where he lives. If it's eating good on his channel, he is. I love Methodical Man. I've made that point many times. Some are learning to prop firm payout but won't be profitable in one account. Absolutely. Absolutely. And because they've spent all this time having these horrible habits, you can't just, the prop firm industry shut down tomorrow, you go in a personal account and just shut off all the bad habits that you've had this whole time. It's literally impossible. And that is why, for me, the psychology, the mindset part of trading has always been so important to me from the time I started trading. And like I've said, I've lost enough real money in the markets. I'm not finna be a DGen in prop firm space. Like, this is, to me, people are looking at the opportunity so wrong, and it sucks. And I feel like some of these people are the same people who complain about all of the changes that are happening with these companies. And it's like, prop firms didn't start off with, this is a casino. It didn't start off with, I'm just trying to get to payout. Like, that was not that. So many of us had the mindset of, okay, I can go pay this amount of money, get this account, pass it, and be able to leverage $2,500 when I only put in maybe 100, because they wouldn't run no 80% off sales back then. So I might have only put in 100. We didn't look at it as, all right, I put in 100, so I'm just gonna do whatever, and if I can get to this $2,000 payout, great. It's the people who have been looking at it like a gambling thing, a casino, who have fucked up the entire industry. And now you're mad because companies have all these rules, and now you're limited to 3 accounts and all these things. Well, y'all the ones who did the shit. There was a reason why so many companies were able to be so loose. And I also feel like when the Forex companies were shutting down, that brought over a lot. Go search YouTube. I'm leaving Forex for futures. Go look at how many influencers made those videos. And so obviously a lot of them were trying out futures prop firms, and they brought some of them damn people over here. So that's also a thing. So I don't know, they just messed up a lot of stuff. Only one I know of on the trading channel that discloses affiliate payout. Yeah, other people, if you ask them, they feel like, now don't get me wrong, you're not technically supposed to, based on most affiliate agreements, you're not technically supposed to say, all right, I made 100K and 70,000 was from Apex and 30,000 was from, you're not supposed to do that. You're not. And so honestly, for me, that's the only reason why I personally don't like just share it and broadcast it on a monthly basis or anything like that. It's not because I want to be secretive. It's because now I do make affiliate commissions from people getting the trade copier. But before, Apex was the only affiliate commissions I was making. And so I don't want to violate that, the terms and conditions of that. 80% of the trader stuff on YouTube and social media seems suspect. 16-year-old $1,000 up in their pro. Oh yeah, Sam. It's all about clickbait, right? And that's honestly the clickbaity part of it. I'm gonna use that on my lives, but it's real. So like today, my title is gonna be $1,300 in 1 second. But guess what? It's clickbait, but it's real. It's the truth. Like, I legit made it in 1 second. So, but yeah, and the other thing I don't like about the trading industry, and this mainly happens with a lot of the Forex or people who came from Forex, their channels, I cannot stand. See, look, this was my trade today. Oh, that one says 2 seconds, but my trade was really 1 second on all the other accounts. So I'll just put 2 seconds, but either way, it's clickbait, but it's the truth. I made all of that money in one trade and the trade took 2 seconds. But anyway, I don't like all of the, like some people, this is the only strategy you need. Well, you made 50 videos this year telling me that's the only strategy I need. So which strategy do I need? Because it was 50 of them. Or this is the learn how to learn. This is the best ICT video to learn fair value gaps. But you make the video 20 times in a year. That's annoying. But guess what? They're just preying on the beginners because the beginners will continue watching those videos over and over. And at the end of the day, the name of the game is ad revenue for a lot of these people. So they don't really care that they're repeating themselves over and over because they're getting the views. So why not just continue pushing the same motherfucking content out? From a content creation standpoint, it makes sense. From my standpoint, I ain't doing it. Another question for Damn Good Kyle for this year. I think most of his money was from FTT. I don't remember. If you're talking about the payouts, I feel like after he got his second payout, he didn't get any more after that, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Not selling myself to recoup losses on a million prop firm accounts. Exactly. Yeah, see, as I started 10 years ago. And so the only futures prop firm I remember back then was Top Step and maybe You Profit, not 10 years ago, but maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I feel like I knew about You Profit because there was a lady who had a Facebook group that I was in, and I'm 99% sure it was You Profit that she was pushing. Yeah, it's a lot of shady stuff. Yeah, and the beginners, I feel like if you can find a decent course as a beginner, just to learn the basics, most of the time you could find a really nice free course online for the basics. Like at some point, I'm probably going to put out a basics video. You guys don't need that, but just from somebody who's just starting out trading in futures, or maybe they're switching from Forex to futures. And I mean, I'm going to go real basic. Like, what is a contract? How many, ticks in a point, those kind of things. And that's just so that that kind of information is on my channel, so that as my channel grows, because I'm in a lot of different people's streams, and you have some people that are like, hey, I'm new to trading, da 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 da, and it's like, why the hell is you trading prop firms already? Go get you a sim account, go watch this. So I'll be able to direct them and say, hey, go watch this video to learn the basics, and then kind of go from there. But I think that what a lot of beginners don't understand is it's going to take time to find what works for you. And there's almost no one that I know of that's going to actually teach you exactly what you need to know. And the reason why I say that is not because they're afraid of giving up their edge, because if I ever decided to teach, I would teach exactly what my strategy is. I'm not worried about that shit. Unless 100% of the market trades the way that I do, the edge is going to be there because I'm trading off of technicals, right? But I think that a lot of strategies are so subjective. A lot of people trade off of intuition. So they might have a strategy, but they still have this huge part of their strategy that's based on intuition. And you can't teach that. You can't. And then you have, like I tell you guys, like my girlfriend who has been a trader for 10 years, I've taken her course, I've done her one-on-one, and I cannot trade her strategy. Because when she tells you in the morning to draw your critical levels, I'm too analytical. Every little, I'm drawing a level. So I never trade. My take profit is 2 ticks away from my entry. And no matter how she tries to teach me to draw the critical levels, I will never draw it like that. I just won't. Two-legged pullbacks. As much of a technical, mechanical strategy as that seems like it is, it's not. And that's why if you watch people who trade two-legged pullbacks, or you go into these MAC price action trading groups or Al Brooks trading groups on Facebook, you'll see that so many people post screenshots of their charts and ask people, how come I lost this trade? 10 people will tell them one reason, or no, out of 10 people, 5 will say one reason, another 2 will say another reason, one person will say another reason, and one person will be like, well, shit, I took the same trade. I don't like strategies like that. You heard about You Profit about a year ago. I feel like it was You Profit, but like I said, I could be wrong. And I'm not in that group anymore. I actually left it a long time ago, but I'm almost certain it was You Profit. Can't count how many people refuse to do a sim account. Baby, I saw someone yesterday and I felt so bad. He said that he was trading in evals for like 2 months and had an 80% win rate. And yesterday was his first day in his PA and he lost like 14 trades in a row. I felt so bad. But yeah, sim, I have no problem simming. And the only reason I didn't sim during this entire year of me putting my strategy together was because initially, when I came to YouTube, I wasn't going to scalp. I was actually going to intraday swing trade. But then when I started really paying attention to how the trailing drawdown works and all that other stuff, I was like, I think I'd rather scalp. And plus, it's always been a goal of mine to master the skill of scalping because I did not want to be on the charts all day like I used to be. So at that point, I'm like, well, I might as well just go ahead and do, the evals because, and I never had more than like 4 was kind of like my max at one time, but that's only because in the beginning, obviously I'm blowing accounts left and right because I don't have a strategy that's well yet. And I didn't want to trade micros. It was no point. Because I rather trade in sim the exact way that I would trade in a regular account. And so I had 4 accounts because I was blowing them, and so I made sure basically I had a fresh new account every Monday. And sometimes I would get close to passing and then it just would all go away and that kind of thing. But aside from that, most people with the way that they trade, they're better off just, if you know that you're going to trade a prop firm, use the prop firm account. You don't necessarily have to sim, but just get you one eval, pay it every month. You look $34, $50, whatever, depending on which company you go with. And just trade micros until you kind of figure it out. But I think that for an intraday swing trader, that is important because you have to make sure that whatever way that you're trading, you're not going to hit drawdown and things like that. Which for me, I knew I was hitting drawdown because my strategy just wasn't right because I'm not losing very much trailing drawdown when I, have a loss. That's what I love about trading is there's different ways. Oh, absolutely. So many different ways. And I think that's another reason why when I was introduced to trading 10 years ago, that I knew that trading was going to be my ticket to freedom. Like I legit knew that. Did I take all these different detours at the same time? Absolutely. Did I have times where I'm like, I'm doing way too much and trading is going to be the thing to go? And even though I was profitable at the time, I threw it away. Yes, because I just always felt like trading will be there. I might not have this particular opportunity in the future. So let me throw trading out. The market's going to be there, So I hate that I did that. But when I realized like, all these different people making money back then, this is when Forex really started to pop off before IML and those network marketing companies. This is when we were all in other network marketing companies and they were starting to learn how to trade. So when IML came about, that's why they went over there. They were the people who kind of helped spearhead it were already trading. We were all in the same network marketing company. I knew so many of them. Right. But Q Banks started around the time that I did. And so over time of seeing him and other people that started with me, like they all trade so different and they're making money and they're successful. And I was like, yeah, because when you learn how the psychology part of it is so important, and finding a strategy that works for your personality and finding a strategy that works for different times that you trade. When you learn that there's so many different variables and so many nuances, and you can somehow perfectly fit those puzzle pieces together to work the way that you want it to, man, the possibilities are endless, and it's so worth it. So worth it. But I am going to go journal, y'all. When I post in the Discord, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how many setups happened today and exactly what the P&L should have been, just so you guys can stew with me. But I can't be too mad. We're green. So the goal tomorrow is to get that one last trade in, to get that Apex account over the buffer. I do have it in so these little check marks here basically make it to where if I pass the account while I'm in a trade, it's going to take me out of the trade, so I don't have to worry about anything. And I think that I have it to where it needs to be like $10 over or something, so just in case, because what I don't ever want to do is make it right at 53,000 and then, you know, you like $2 off or something because of commissions. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we could pass that account tomorrow. And the Top Step account that I'm doing 5 contracts on, it's about $1,000 in profit, so we got about $2,000 left to go on that one, and that's the next one that's pretty close. Yeah, probably tomorrow I will increase the contract size on the other Apex account and the other Top Step account. I'll probably do more than just the 2, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Do I post on TikTok or Instagram? No, I don't really like social media, probably because I was forced to use it to promote myself when I had a credit repair business, when I was heavy into network marketing. And I don't really like, I'm not gonna say I don't like people because I do, but I just don't really like being so accessible, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, Discord is the only thing that I got. Discord and YouTube, and that's probably all I will ever have. I've always hated Instagram because I don't like taking pictures, and I don't like thinking about what to post. That's the other thing. I don't like thinking about what to post. I know what to post on Discord or YouTube. I don't want to do that. But yeah, so if you ever need me, hit me up on Discord. But yeah, so I thank you guys for tuning in. Great discussion today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.